Their leaders are gone. The first set, the A team is gone, the B team is gone, and part of the C team is gone. But I think we're dealing.
Wait, did you hear what just happened? The entire Middle East is holding its breath right now. Tensions are boiling over, ships are literally catching fire, and former President Trump just dropped a massive reality check on national television. This is the stuff they don't want you to panic about.
Meanwhile, in the Middle East, a cargo ship off the coast of Qatar erupting in flames after a drone strike, putting the fragile ceasefire to the test. This as Iran has reportedly responded.
Look at that footage right there. A massive cargo ship just erupting in flames off the coast of Qatar. This isn't just an accident. This is a direct, calculated drone strike. Think about the global supply chain for a second. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most critical choke points on the entire planet. Over 100 ships used to pass through there daily, and now it's practically a ghost town. When you start seeing commercial vessels getting targeted like this, it's a massive red flag. It's not just about a single ship, it's about the economic ripple effect that hits everywhere. Gas prices, goods, you name it. This is exactly the kind of escalation that pushes fragile ceasefires right over the edge.
Well, the United States has a blockade. We are not allowing any ships to come out from Iranian ports or to go into Iranian ports. Iran, after...
Did you catch the sheer confidence in that statement? The U.S. Secretary of Energy flat out confirming that the United States has a total naval blockade in effect. They are completely locking down Iranian ports. No ships in, no ships out. Decades of Iran building up their arsenal to protect their nuclear program, and the U.S. response is to economically strangle them at the source. But here's the crazy part. A blockade is a long game. It's designed to wear down the population and the economy over time. But if Iran decides to aggressively retaliate instead of sitting at the negotiating table, we could be looking at a rapid shift from economic warfare to direct military intervention. The stakes haven't been this high in years.
From our perspective, a naval blockade is considered a military act. A military act receives a military response. Let them understand this. From now on, they should assign several additional escorts to their destroyers.
Notice the wording he's using here. An Iranian parliament member explicitly framing the U.S. blockade as a military act and promising a military response. He's openly talking about assigning escorts to their destroyers and prepping for ships to sink. That is wild. When the rhetoric shifts from diplomatic protests to active naval engagement strategies on national television, you know things are escalating fast. They are literally preparing their military and their citizens for a head-on collision in the waters. It's a high-stakes game of chicken in the Middle East, and neither side looks like they are going to blink.
Afternoon, Iran has responded to the U.S. proposal. According to state media, the key issue of the country's nuclear program was not discussed, according to outlets that said the Iranian...
Look at the timeline of events here. Right after the drone strike we just saw, reports start coming out that Iran finally responded to the U.S. peace proposal. But here is the massive catch. The nuclear program wasn't even discussed. They completely bypassed the main issue. It's a classic delay tactic. You can't negotiate a peace deal when the core threat isn't even on the table. It makes you wonder what the end goal is here. Are they just buying time to finalize their capabilities while the rest of the world waits?
I mean that our CIA, along with the Israeli Mossad, make determinations about the best way to determine who to train and arm.
And then you have completely different strategies being proposed. Mark Levin laying out a tactical playbook suggesting the CIA and Mossad should actively arm and train opposition groups inside the country. Not just economic pressure, but coordinated, targeted internal pressure. This goes beyond standard sanctions. It's about dismantling the power structure from within. When mainstream commentators start discussing regime change tactics like it's the only viable option left, you know the diplomatic routes are closing fast. This situation is changing by the hour. Let me know down in the comments what you think happens next, and make sure to follow so you don't miss the next update.